My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes we sit quietly and ask ourselves, where is Allah in my life right now? We look around and see difficulties, unanswered prayers, broken plans, and heavy hearts. And we begin to think that perhaps we are lost, perhaps we have been forgotten. But let me remind you of something very powerful today. Allah is guiding you right now, even in this very moment. Guidance does not always feel comfortable. Guidance does not always look like success or ease. Sometimes guidance comes in the form of a closed door, a delayed answer, or a path that forces you to slow down. And that is where many people misunderstand Allah's mercy. They think guidance must always feel good. But often the most powerful guidance comes disguised as difficulty. Think about this. If Allah had left you, would your heart still turn to Him? Would you still worry about your prayers, your faith, your future? The fact that you are thinking about Allah, seeking meaning and searching for clarity is itself a sign that He is guiding you. A lost soul does not ask for direction. A guided soul does. Sometimes Allah removes things from our lives not to punish us, but to protect us. That relationship you cried over, that opportunity that slipped away, that plan that failed, perhaps Allah saw what you could not see. Perhaps He was saving you from pain you were not ready to handle. And years later, you may look back and say, now I understand why Allah didn't give me what I asked for. Remember, guidance is not only about where you are going, it is also about who you are becoming. Allah is shaping your patience. He's strengthening your reliance on Him. He is teaching you to trust even when the road is unclear. And sometimes the greatest guidance is when Allah brings you closer to Him through hardship. Because comfort often makes us forget, but difficulty makes us remember. My dear brothers and sisters, do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Allah guides every soul in a unique way. Some are guided through knowledge, some through struggle, some through loss, and some through deep reflection. Your timeline is written by the one who knows your heart better than you do. Trust His timing, trust His wisdom, and know this: if you are trying even a little, if you are making dua, even quietly, if you are turning back to Allah after mistakes, then you are already being guided. Guidance is not perfection. Guidance is direction. And as long as you are walking toward Allah, no matter how slowly you are on the right path, so lift your heart, ease your worries, and remind yourself today, Allah is guiding me, even now, even here, even through this. May Allah grant us clarity, patience, and unwavering trust in His plan. Ameen. My dear brothers and sisters, it is very easy to feel lost in life. We wake up each day with plans, hopes, and dreams, yet sometimes everything seems unclear. We face challenges, confusion, and uncertainty, and we begin to ask ourselves, am I on the right path? Does anyone care about where I am headed? In moments like this, it is crucial to remember that Allah's guidance is constant. It does not disappear just because we feel lost or confused. Just because the world around us is chaotic or our hearts are heavy does not mean that Allah has abandoned us. His guidance is always present, whether we feel it or not. Sometimes we mistake confusion for neglect. We expect guidance to come in bright, obvious signs, but often it comes quietly, in subtle ways that we may overlook. A kind word, a sudden thought, a moment of reflection, or even the obstacles we face. All of these can be ways Allah is directing us. Guidance is not always about comfort, it is about direction. Allah knows what is best for us, and He knows the pace at which our hearts and minds can accept it. What may seem confusing today could be the very lesson that shapes our understanding tomorrow. It is also important to remember that our feelings of confusion are part of our human nature. We are limited beings and our knowledge is limited. We cannot see the bigger picture, but Allah can. Sometimes He allows us to feel uncertain so that we turn to Him for clarity instead of relying solely on ourselves. This turning back to Allah, seeking His help and trusting His plan is itself an act of guidance. Even in the darkest moments when our hearts are overwhelmed and our thoughts are scattered, Allah's light is still there, showing us the next step, guiding us quietly but surely. So, my dear brothers and sisters, never lose hope. Do not despair when things seem unclear or when life does not go according to your plans. Remember that Allah's guidance is constant. Even in confusion, even in silence, even in the challenges you face today, He is guiding you. Your task is to remain sincere, patient, and attentive. Open your heart to His wisdom. Seek His help and trust His plan. For He is the best of planners and His guidance never ceases. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the hardest lessons in life is learning to trust Allah's timing. We make plans, we work hard, we pray sincerely, and yet sometimes what we ask for does not come immediately, or it may never come in the way we imagined. And in those moments, our hearts grow heavy, and we begin to question, why Allah? Have you forgotten me? But the truth is that delays, hardships, and even unanswered prayers are not signs of neglect. They are signs of guidance. They are part of Allah's perfect wisdom, shaping our journey in ways we cannot always see. Allah knows what is best for us better than we know ourselves. Sometimes He delays the answer to a prayer because there is something better waiting for us, something we cannot yet imagine. Perhaps if our prayer were answered immediately, it would not lead to the goodness or growth that Allah has planned. Or perhaps we are not yet ready to handle the blessings we ask for. In His infinite mercy, Allah guides us by teaching patience, reliance, and trust through the waiting. Hardships too are part of guidance. Difficulties in life are not punishments. They are lessons and opportunities for growth. Every trial, every setback, every challenge that we face has the power to draw us closer to Allah if we respond with patience and gratitude. A hardship may teach us humility, strengthen our faith, and open doors to blessings we could not have seen otherwise. Remember that the prophets themselves faced immense struggles, yet through their patience and reliance on Allah, they were guided to success and honor. Even unanswered prayers carry a message. Perhaps Allah is guiding you to ask with deeper sincerity, or perhaps He is directing you to something better than what you sought. Trust that there is wisdom in what you do not understand. The delay is not denial. The hardship is not abandonment. The silence is not absence. Allah's guidance is always at work, shaping your heart, your character, and your destiny, even when your eyes cannot see it. So, my dear brothers and sisters, do not lose hope when life does not go according to your timetable. Embrace patience, trust Allah's wisdom, and continue to pray with sincerity. Know that every delay, every difficulty, and every unanswered prayer is part of a divine plan. A plan meant to guide you toward what is truly best for your soul, both in this world and the next. My dear brothers and sisters, it is very important to understand that guidance is not a one-size-fits-all process. Every person's journey is unique, and Allah guides each soul according to what is best for them individually. What works for one person may not work for another, and what seems easy for one may be a struggle for someone else. This is because Allah knows our hearts, our capabilities, and our circumstances better than we ever could. Just as He created each of us with our own strengths and weaknesses, He also guides us in ways that suit our journey and our capacity to understand and implement His wisdom. We live in a world where comparison is common. We see others achieving success, gaining recognition, or having ease in life, and we may feel that our path is slow, difficult, or even unfair. But these comparisons are misleading. Your journey is yours alone. The guidance you receive is tailored to your situation, your struggles, and your ultimate purpose. What you are experiencing may not make sense now, but it is part of Allah's plan to shape your character, increase your faith, and prepare you for what is coming next. Consider the stories of the prophets. Each prophet was guided differently. Some received knowledge immediately. Some endured long periods of testing and patience. And some were given responsibilities at different stages in their lives. None of them walked the same path, yet all were guided by Allah perfectly. Likewise, in our own lives, guidance may come through different means. Some may find clarity through reading and learning, some through personal reflection, some through trials, and others through the advi, CE, and support of righteous people. The forms of guidance are varied, but the purpose is the same: to bring us closer to Allah and to help us fulfill the potential He has placed within us. So, my dear brothers and sisters, do not be disheartened if your path looks different from someone else's. Do not feel pressured to follow the same pace or the same method. Trust that Allah is guiding you according to what is most suitable for you, according to your strength, your faith, and your heart's readiness. Be patient, be sincere, and be attentive to the signs of guidance that Allah places in your life. When you accept your unique journey, you will find peace, clarity, and a deeper connection with Allah, knowing that He is leading you exactly where you need to be in His perfect wisdom and timing. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the most beautiful blessings a believer can experience is the ability to recognize Allah's guidance in their life. When we truly see that Allah is directing our steps, even in the smallest matters, a profound sense of peace fills the heart. Life can be overwhelming, filled with challenges, uncertainties, and moments of doubt. But the awareness that Allah is guiding us brings a calmness that no worldly success can provide. This recognition is not just about seeing the big signs. It is about understanding the little ways Allah is showing His care through opportunities, lessons, and even the trials we face. Recognizing guidance also cultivates patience. When we see the wisdom behind what Allah allows in our lives, we learn to wait with hope rather than despair. We understand that every delay, every difficulty, and every unanswered question has a purpose. Patience becomes easier because we trust that the one who created us knows exactly what we need and when we need it. Life's challenges no longer feel like burdens, but as opportunities to grow stronger, to refine our character, and to draw closer to Allah. Trust is another fruit of recognizing divine guidance. When we are aware that Allah is constantly leading us, we begin to rely on Him rather than our limited understanding. We learn to submit our worries, our ambitions, and our plans to Him, knowing that His wisdom surpasses anything we could imagine. Trust does not mean passivity. It means moving forward with confidence and hope, making sincere efforts while leaving the outcome to Allah. This trust brings freedom from anxiety and fear, because we know that we are never truly alone on our journey. Moreover, recognizing Allah's guidance strengthens our connection with Him. It reminds us to make dua, to seek forgiveness, and to be thankful for the countless ways He helps us without us even realizing it. Each moment of clarity, each small success, and even each hardship can be seen as a gentle reminder that Allah is attentive to our lives. The heart that recognizes guidance becomes grateful, hopeful, and steadfast, anchored in the knowledge that nothing happens without His will and wisdom. So, my dear brothers and sisters, strive to see Allah's hand in your life. Let this awareness bring peace to your heart, patience in your waiting, and trust in His perfect plan. When you recognize that every step you take is under His guidance, your soul will find comfort, your mind will find clarity, and your life will move forward with purpose, knowing that Allah is always with you, leading you to what is best. My dear brothers and sisters, let us reflect on what we have discussed today. Allah's guidance is constant, even when life feels confusing. He never abandons us, even when our hearts are heavy and our minds are clouded. Every delay, every hardship, and even unanswered prayer is a part of His divine plan, shaping us, teaching us patience, and bringing us closer to Him. Remember that each of us is on a unique journey. Allah guides every believer differently, according to their heart, their circumstances, and what is best for them. We need not compare ourselves to others, for His wisdom is perfect and His guidance is tailored just for us. And when we truly recognize His guidance, when we open our hearts to see Allah's hand at work in our lives, we are filled with peace, patience, and trust. Life becomes less about frustration and more about faith, less about fear and more about reliance on Him. Every step, every trial, every moment of joy and difficulty is an opportunity to feel His presence, to strengthen our faith, and to move forward with hope. So hold firmly to this truth. Allah is guiding you right now, even if the path is unclear, even if the heart feels heavy, even if your prayers seem unanswered. Know that He is always leading you toward what is best. Your journey is unique, your timing is perfect, and your heart is never alone. Trust in Him, be patient with His wisdom, and recognize His guidance in every aspect of your life. May Allah grant us the clarity to see His guidance, the patience to endure His tests, and the unwavering trust to follow His path. And may He bless our hearts with peace, our souls with certainty, and our lives with His mercy, now and always. Ameen.